because I used to put
Actually,
orange
that's not that
juice
bad.
in my cereal.
What is the matter with you?
I don't remember how this came about. It would be a mix of out of milk, and also there was just like all the sugary stuff was gone. And one day I wonder.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right.
Thanks, Max.
It's gonna be tangy. See what I mean? Take a second. Should give it another bite now that you know what to expect.
It's weird.
I love the face you're making. Hi. See, now we just both were. Last time it was like there was a standoff, and now
That was a standoff, and now we both just decided at the same time to just make it weird.
time to roll with it and
time to roll with
get
it.
right into it.
Hey, pals.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, everyone. We're here.
It's morning.
It's morning.
I've decided.
Yeah, you have decided, and I'm with you. I'm going to go along with you on this ride. What are we doing today?
I'm wearing a Care Bear kigurumi.
You look so cute.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful lavender color, which also matches your hair.
I'm a big fan of lavender in general.
It's very soft.
And it's plush, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
This is Friendship Bear, apparently. I didn't know that when I bought it.
So, man, I haven't seen Care Bears in a minute. But wait, what we decided today. We're gonna do kind of like a little Saturday morning cartoon situation.
Yeah. I don't know where your head was at, but I was thinking about this old VHS video back when VHS was, I don't want to say new, but they were still trying to figure out what people wanted to see.
Yeah.
Like the era of the Kazoo Kid. If you know, that's a whole thing we may have to get into.
Kazoo Kid?
It's a whole thing. I'll show you a video later. There was a hanging out with Drew Barrymore and her friends watching Saturday morning cartoons.
Oh, I remember
video,
you talking about this.
where they just had classic bands of the 90s covering like cartoon openings.
Oh my God.
And then they would just cut between that and like weird commentary from Drew Barrymore and her friends eating cereal. And I was like, we could kind of, I thought, there's cereal, there's cartoons, and
you love cereal?
And we're also voiceover people, which means that we have a bit of a relationship with cartoons.
Yeah, we do.
And with that, I'm Taliesin Jaffe.
And with that, I'm Ashley Johnson. You keep forgetting to say our name.
I don't.
Well, no, you're good at it. I keep forgetting to say my name.
I have a note.
Sometimes you have a note that is
Somewhere in
telling you
here.
what to do.
Who are you?
I
That's
know.
what it says.
I think it's also like we're getting comfortable talking about ourselves. I mean, I'm not comfortable yet, but like just trying to talk about how it's hard to talk about yourself.
It's weird.
It's really weird. It makes me feel like I'm bragging or I'm I don't know.
I mean, I'm bragging that like apparently I figured out a job where I can wear pajamas at the moment, and we're gonna there's a lot of good things that go with this.
There's a lot.
Do you own a kigurumi or no? Or like
I have owned a few. Some of them I think have been left here at the studio. Some of them I think Sam has one of my kigurumis.
That sounds right.
I think there was when those were really like having a moment.
They did have a moment, didn't they?
They did. I feel like I just purchased a bunch of them. I also feel like I repurchased / got into them again during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you know what? Fuck it. This is what I'm going to wear all the time.
Yeah, it's like Halloween with an utter lack of thought.
Yeah.
I just get to do it. I don't have to think too hard about it. I'm just.
Yeah, you throw it on your one piece. The only thing that sucks is when you have to pee.
Yeah, I mean, this one has the zipper, which is better than the buttons in my opinion.
No, but I mean, you're still sitting on a toilet.
Yeah, you have to
naked,
and you have to do the wrap.
You got to wrap so it's not laying on the floor.
I think a couple of them had the butt flap, I believe, but those are always hard to find.
That always feels
it's also
weird to
often
me.
Yeah, it's weird.
Man, I don't even know where we start with this because
I
we
thought
have so many. Kigurumis is a great. Hold on, a side note.
Yeah.
What is this necklace you're wearing?
Oh, so thank you for asking. I would have totally forgotten.
I keep staring at it and I was like, this is so cool.
So it's a scent necklace. So it's got a scent in it. Like you have little felt pads, so you can put I can wear a scent.
Can I give it a sniff?
Yeah. I'm curious to see if you can name the scent.
Okay.
It's a little odd. Go ahead and go for it.
Does it open? I thought it was.
No. You just go straight at it.
Oh my God.
Yep. It's
Wait,
a little rough.
It's nostalgic.
It is very nostalgic. I thought it was appropriate.
Wait, let me
this.
smell it again.
Okay. This is great podcast right now.
Oh man, what the heck is that?
Do you want me to just tell you?
Don't they say that like your smell is your strongest sense memory?
It is. Describe what you're smelling. It's
sweet.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a fake fruity smell.
You are correct.
That you would smell in like a doll or something, like a strawberry shortcake. Like it doesn't smell like strawberries, but it smells like just whatever that is.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's literally the smell of a strawberry shortcake.
Hey!
You nailed it.
Hey!
This is the closest I've found.
I gotta smell it again.
This is the closest I found to that weird mix of strawberry, vanilla, and plastic.
God, that smells so good. Yes, it's also the plastic.
You can smell that weird, clearly it was not meant to be on this earth plastic.
Yes.
It's just
You're like,
definitely
this is chemical.
toxic. Yeah, I should not lick this.
No, my brain's gonna die the more I smell it.
I have 3 different doll scents, and yeah, I've got the purple pie man, I've got huckleberry, and I have strawberry. I found them on the internet.
Oh my God, it's so cool.
Thank you. Yeah,
what a
with
cool
a little
idea to just like
you just
sniff and bring
just
it.
like
That brought me back.
yeah. I saw I meant to double check this stat before I got on, but then I got distracted somehow. That this year, at least, I think a remarkable percentage of toy sales are now adults. Like I think 40% or more are now adults buying toys.
Really?
Yeah, and I think it's both that modern kids don't buy them
so much to me,
and also that we are all sincerely and deeply broken.
Yes.
And really, really
of just
tired.
like what made me happy once in my life.
Legos.
Toys did.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can try to get that back.
I love it. I'm building a Lego right now. It's really delightful.
You do, and I really want to get back into Legos again.
And yeah, like and I have
like
little model kits I build all the time. It's nice.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
And you do all different types of brands, not just Lego.
Yeah, they're about to change their name, but Funwhole is a lot of fun.
Wait, so Funwhole is what they originally were called?
Yeah, they still are at the moment. Maybe by the time this airs, they aren't anymore.
Why would they change that name?
Someone told them what it means. It's an off-brand building block Lego-esque company, except they make really good stuff. And they're called Funwhole with a W because it's all of the fun. It's the whole fun.
It's the whole fun.
And so it's Funwhole. And someone finally explained to them what that means. And apparently this has upset them.
Oh, that makes me so sad.
Me too.
Change it.
Because it was such it makes you laugh and you're like, this is hilarious. Oh man, your stuff is good actually.
Yeah.
And like, I will order a set I ordered a set of theirs during COVID and was like, this is really pleasing.
I haven't done a Lego set in so long. And I bet it's so nice and relaxing.
It is. It's very nice.
Do you listen to
and
music?
relaxing.
Do you put a movie on?
I listen to music, or I put on a podcast, or I put on like one of those TV shows that you don't have to watch. And I also buy the light up kits, so I light it up too.
You go ham.
I got there's a Millennium Falcon that's goth that they put out.
What?
It's like a black and red Millennium Falcon. It's like Dark Falcon, and then it comes with like Darth Vader in a white suit and like Sith Jar Jar Binks, which is the greatest thing on earth.
A Sith Jar Jar
I
Binks?
was so happy. And yeah, and so I figured out a way to wall mount it and put it in my house in a way that is not, doesn't fight the vibe of my house too hard.
No, you got to do it.
Because my house has a vibe.
I'm going to say something that is a little controversial.
Oh, no.
But I've kind of come around on Jar Jar Binks. Listen,
I've come
I
around on a
hated
lot of
him when I
things.
first saw it, but then I was learning about how the guy was so excited to be in Star Wars. And then that was the character that he got, and then everyone was just shitting all over Jar Jar Binks when it came out, including me.
I remember I for some strange reason, because this is LA, I had a ticket to a preview premiere showing in Westwood of the new Star Wars. Because like some family member got one, he didn't give and I quote him, a flying fuck about this shit. To quote,
Such a Hollywood thing to say.
it's one of my uncles. But so just was like, here, you like this shit. Go get a preview, and it was like one of those big ridiculous cast was there. Started like Weird Al was there. It was all sorts
fun.
of, everybody was down, and it was a huge to do, and like you could hear a pin drop in that movie theater when it just wasn't really living up to whatever expectation people had.
Jar Jar Binks!
Oh, and like,
uh-oh.
and like, it was a whole bunch of people who didn't know Star Wars too, like, because they were just like Hollywood people who didn't care of that era. It was before we nerds ran everything, and you could just hear is this what it's supposed to be?
You're like,
Is this right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never seen a Star Wars, but is this a Star Wars? And the quiet sadness that like left that theater was so intense.
It was very intense.
But
I don't know if you know this.
No.
So when that came out, I waited in line for 6 weeks in a tent.
Oh my God, you were one of them.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
Out in front of Man's Chinese theater.
Oh, good theater.
At the time. I don't know what it's called now, but
It's still the Chinese theater.
It
They
is?
haven't-
Okay.
Yeah, they haven't changed. It's just smaller.
fantastic theater.
Amazing.
6 weeks on the street in Hollywood. Wasn't even like a crazy Star Wars fan, but I was like, this seems like this would be fun. And I think
people
there
did
was
it back
there was like 15 or 20 of us. And we were watching the midnight showing.
Oh.
We got into the theater at about 11:30. Everybody was so excited. I go to the concession stand. I get my popcorn. I get my plain M&Ms, which is usually my movie theater go-to because I like the salty sweet. And I also got red vines, which was kind of like a little curveball, but I was like, I want to have lots of choices here.
I'm surprised by that one. Yeah.
Yeah. So something I didn't realize, I'm allergic to red dye number 40, which a lot of people are.
Yeah.
And so I shoveled all of the popcorn, M&Ms, and M&Ms in my mouth before the movie even started because we were just so excited. And like 20 minutes in, I was like, oh my God, I feel really bad. And for like 45 minutes of the movie, I was downstairs in the bathroom just like projectile vomiting all of the colors, all of the red.
I know that bathroom very well too.
Oh, yeah.
Well, actually, I suppose I don't know the one you were in, but yeah.
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 So that was my experience with watching Star Wars. So there was really no point to wait in line because I didn't really get to see the movie. But then I did see it, and I was like, this is maybe not for me.
I got many years later. I got hired along with a few friends to like introduce. They were doing like the full day at the El Capitan Theater. Disney owns this theater. It's one of the most beautiful theaters in Los Angeles.
Gorgeous.
Every time feels like you're walking back in time. It's spectacular. But they were doing a 24-hour. They were like running all of the movies in order.
Oh, I remember when they did that.
And they were like, we need someone who's definitely like internet C-list to introduce the 2 a.m. like episode 1 like early episode, and was like, okay, sure, this sounds like fun, and I will be up at 2:00 in the morning.
You did it?
I did it.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it was. There were a few of us. And we're like, yeah, I'll say yes, and it was great. I really enjoyed it. And oh God, what's his name? The actor who played Obi-Wan in those.
Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, he was there, and we were hanging out backstage, and he was like, he had never really done anything, so we were kind of talking him through the nerd reality of like, just, tell a story of like something that had like, you'll be fine. Everyone's going to be nice about it. No one's going to be a jerk because they're only, it's no one can think to be that mean in person. And then like I had to go back and watch it, and I'm like, okay, I was meaner than I should have been to this. It's not nearly as I could feel.
It's not.
I could feel expectations, and like now that I didn't have them anymore, I came in finally with low expectations. I'm like, okay, that's fun.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Go into anything with low expectations.
The lowest everything.
Especially
really.
life.
Life in general.
Yeah.
You'll always, then you're mostly pleasantly surprised.
Well, I agree with you.
Long walk there.
Long walk, but to get to it, were you a Saturday morning cartoon kid?
I was.
What was were you like Disney? Were you an ABC? Were you Nickelodeon? What were you?
I was very Nickelodeon.
Me too.
Nickelodeon was, but I mean, like, and I'm a little older than you, so I came from a slightly earlier place.
Okay.
And then I was also a VHS. I was very big into the rental world. Like, I would rent weird cartoons from.
Oh my God, the rental. Going to get a VHS was the best.
And then I got into the Japanese cartoons way early, so that was like a whole thing. Was like
it's a whole other world.
Well, I started the anime. Yeah, I started the anime in like 89, 88. Like I was in way too early.
Wow.
Yeah. So like a lot of my early anime realities, the Japanese cartoons are like, even anime nerds stare at me like I'm a fucking alien.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Because it was you just knew stuff from so much earlier, and I know nothing, which you know this.
Yeah.
Nothing about anime, and I've very slowly been trying to learn. Like I recently started to get into Studio Ghibli.
Yeah, Ghibli. There's some good stuff.
My God, they're so good.
They're so good.
They're just like thinking of the animated films that we were raised with. The difference in the stories.
Oh, I mean that's what originally turned me on to these because they also had VHS tapes back then. There were like really little companies that would put these out and like especially there were some like French co-pros and South American co-pros that like where they would bring things out that were just absolutely batshit. But like the stories were like really grabbing. It was like, oh, this shit got dark.
They're so dark.
It feels real. Life sucks. Thank you for acknowledging that in animated form.
It was beautiful to see because it was just like these are
Ghibli's sweet.
This is a yes. It was like this is a fantasy world. In some ways, but like all of the people in them are dealing with things that are very heavy. Whereas like with our cartoons
have several different flavors. There's the commercial one. There's the please buy my stuff.
Yes, please buy my stuff.
It was created by Ronald Reagan.
Okay, tell me about that because I kind of heard you speaking about this earlier.
The quick and dirty one was in the 80s. He pushed to deregulate advertising to children, and they made it so that you could make a cartoon like helps deregulate to the point where you could basically make a 22-minute commercial with commercials. And so a lot of those cartoons that we grew up with were literally just toy commercials. And they worked.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Oh, Reagan.
Oh, I mean, honestly, I like my He-Man, whatever. And I like my Rainbow Bright. I mean, that's the other thing is, you did cartoon voices. We're voiceover people.
Yeah. I did. I started out, I think the first cartoon I did, I played a little boy when I was 12, and it was for Jumanji.
Wait,
they made it into an animated series.
It was with that weird, the Klansky, I'm trying to remember the name of the company because they also made Duckman.
Maybe
it looked
you probably
weird.
Know better. It looked weird.
Very weird. Yeah, it was the same company that made Duckman.
Very strange animation.
That I was because I really liked their weird, like Frank Zappa.
Oh yeah,
that shit vibe.
I believe that was the first time that I worked with D. Bradley Baker. I love him. I love D. Bradley Baker so much.
We are mentioning people that you should Google.
Yes, he's such an unbelievably talented, like the sweetest so smart, so fun, but he was on it, and oh my God, what is his name?
I know.
Corey Feldman.
Maybe. I don't know.
Wait,
I don't know the cast of Jumanji.
Hold on. I need to pull up
The
who it was,
cartoon.
because wait, I think it was Corey Feldman that was in it. Yes, it was Corey Feldman was in it. Which he was, and I remember when I was 12, I was like, oh my God, just excited to meet him. He was awesome.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And then, I did another cartoon called Recess, which was Disney, Nickelodeon. It was Disney, and it was great. I played Gretchen Grundler, who was the tall nerd. It was a very Daisy.
I've seen pictures and I've heard the voice, but I've never actually watched the show.
It was great. I mean, that crew. Why am I drawing a complete blank? Because they also did Rugrats.
Yeah. It was another one of those. It was another one of those cartoon studios where they had a real look.
Yeah, I hate to be that guy to interrupt, but Recess was awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
I loved Recess. Everybody loved Recess.
Thanks, Max.
It was so good.
I mean, listen, this is where we connected when you found out that I was on Recess. All bets were off. Yes.
I didn't.
This is the animated series. Wow.
Yeah.
This is weird. The animation was so
this
odd,
company,
but I liked it.
Yeah, this company also did Duckman, who I was a very, very big fan of that show, and not just because it had Dweezil Zappa on it, and bless them for keeping that going for a while doing his best Keanu Reeves impression. Oh, yes.
I mean, yeah, so I was the little boy.
I quite liked this show growing up.
You
I mean,
did?
I guess growing up is too far because I was already in high school when because you were younger, so I was already I was about to move to Japan for a while when this came out, but
yeah, I don't
before.
remember. I mean, I was
So you already knew that doing a voice for a cartoon was a thing.
I
you didn't
did, but
do you remember discovering that was a job or?
I do. I mean, I was already working doing on camera, and then I don't even know how it ended up happening. I think it was. I mean, I auditioned for it, and then I just ended up doing animation,
Bless
and I
your
was like,
agent for
"Oh,
that.
this is the best." And Recess was.
There we go.
I did that right after, and I think I did that over the course of 12 years old to 16, and all of the kids on that show, they actually hired real children for the kids, which they didn't really do. And we had so much fun. The shenanigans were crazy. But we had such a blast. I'm still friends with a lot of people from that show, and a lot of the animators that worked on that. My friend Eric Keyes, who also works on The Simpsons.
The only reliable job in animation.
The only reliable job, and he's been working on that since.
Oh yeah, that's the only steady gig.
Yeah. What were where did you? You were doing. Did you start with dubbing?
I started with dubbing because I discovered just because out of happenstance a lot of the work I was doing when I was younger was with people who were doing voiceover. So discovering that was a job was I remember being at the Youth and Film Awards, and I remember
We're
meeting.
We're gonna talk about them every.
I know, a lot of weird shit went down. I just remember one year that I was a little jealous because Punky Brewster was turning into an animated series. I'm like, oh man, come on. Yeah, I mean Soleil's great and all, but come on, man. I want in on that action. And
Soleil Moon Frye.
Soleil Moon Frye.
Coolest name ever.
She was not all child actors were nice and grounded, but she was quite nice and grounded. That whole cast was very nice and grounded.
They were great. Yeah.
Always a pleasure to
I've met
hang
her
out
and
with.
she's awesome.
It's just delightful. But I met backstage and surprisingly young, a little older than me. Was Bettina Bush, I want to say, the voice of Rainbow Bright.
No way!
And I was a huge fan of Rainbow Bright. And then that was the moment of what do you, because I was just singing, I was like, what do you do? And I was like, I love your work, first of all, and that's a job? Holy shit. That blew my mind.
Did you say that as a child? I love your work.
Well, I said, I did. Well,
probably.
I said, I didn't say holy shit. I was like, I was like, I love your work. It was very me.
Yeah.
I was that child.
Yes, of course. We all were those children.
I was waiting to present that was.
I was waiting to present for best guest star. And
I wish I could remember, but it was so embarrassing. The whole process I hated. And then like years later, I ended up on a sitcom that no one should look up. And if you can find it, I'm so sorry. Called She's the Sheriff.
She's the sheriff?
Yeah, it was Suzanne Summers as the sheriff of like.
I need to write this down because I need to watch this at some point.
Really don't.
Oh, don't you tell me what to do.
That's fair.
She's the sheriff?
Yeah, it's considered to be one of the worst sitcoms ever made. I did it for 2 years.
Really?
Yeah.
And it was in front of a live audience? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this.
No laugh track. That's what it was famous for. Is we didn't pad the laughing.
That can be a mistake.
Like it worked out okay, although it was not a good show. But like two members of the cast, and as they come up, I'll mention them. There was Lou Richards. Well, Pat Carroll.
Pat Carroll. Oh my
and
God.
Lou Richards. Pat Carroll, of course, was the voice of Ursula the Sea Witch.
Yes.
And Lou Richards was like Hanna-Barbera's, like he was Galtar in the Golden Lance. He was Flash Gordon in Defenders of the Year. Like anytime they had an action-y voice, like he was the guy. So just being around the two of them all the time.
Oh my God, I can't even imagine just doing voices.
Well, I would hang out and ask questions because I'm like, that's the best gig I've ever heard, and there I am,
hey,
just doing my thing there.
Look at that little buddy. Look at that haircut.
Oh boy.
So you played her son?
Yeah, and there was some contention about
How
that
was
haircut. She was delightful to me.
Really?
Yeah. I found everybody involved delightful.
Nikki Rose.
I
Who was
know.
that little baby?
I don't know what happened to her. She was only in one season. She was like the little sister who they
What the
eventually,
heck?
like,
What's
cut
that
out.
guy's name?
Leonard Lightfoot?
No, the other one?
Geach Cook?
Geach Cook?
Yeah, Geach Cook. He was very funny. Everyone was quite nice and very funny. He had some bits that
Geach?
Yeah, Geach Cook.
What is?
I don't know. He had like a southern thing. Everything that came out. He apparently played a lot of like cowboy or like southern characters, and he had some funny bits. I give him credit. Funny man.
Dang.
Everyone was like I dodged every bad set. Like
Yeah. But plus, I think sitcom sets in particular are super fun.
they are.
And I think that's because the shooting schedule of a sitcom is very different from single camera.
Yeah.
Because you have, your 9 to 6 p.m.
We've got to do a whole episode about this sitcom.
We should.
I did so much sitcom.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Same.
boy.
That's a whole different world than like shooting other stuff.
I honestly, there's part of me that really misses it.
I know there's something. They don't
make them anymore,
Theater.
Yeah, it is theater.
And it's I know they don't really make them anymore.
Yeah, it's every week something new.
I mean, they do. I've seen some shows that where I'm like, oh yeah, this is a sitcom, and it's people
not
don't.
not
I don't know
for
if people
camera.
watch them. Yeah, not for camera.
They don't make 4-camera.
No.
Like they just do they do the like roving camera mug it every now and then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
God,
not
I
the
miss
same.
it. They were simpler times,
Simpler
Taliesin.
times. But with all that, I know that's a and then like growing up, like Ross and Janice, who were like the people who ran the who owned the Chipmunks, were like around my house for some strange reason that I've never really fully understood.
Wait, who owned the Chipmunks? Like
Yeah.
Alvin and the Chipmunks?
Alvin and the Chipmunks. The son, Ross was the son of the guy who invented the Chipmunks and his wife Janice, and he would write and she directed like the like at least the feature that they did. Yeah, and
Whoa.
yeah, and helped like make the animated series a thing, not just the album. So I had always like all the, and then like later I would hire, because I loved, when I was voice directing, I loved kid actors. So I stole a bunch of the Peanuts kids for a few things.
So how did you get into voice directing? Like how long were you doing it when you ended up going in that direction? Because you were young.
I was. I got obsessed with it just because I was listening to the Japanese cartoons and going, this voiceover sucks. Which I was in the sort of family where they're like, you don't get to have an opinion if you can't back it up, you little snot. So they're like, cool.
You're like,
why?
all right.
And they're like, why does it suck and how would you fix it? I'm like, oh, God damn it. So I sat down and worked out how I would do it and then put together a couple things off the fly and then eventually like shopped a demo around and then started dubbing and got very good at it and helped. I like got to work with a lot of people for like some of their first gigs I have a whole bunch of people who work very well who I was like I cast them in their first show. I'm very proud of them.
Really?
JB Blanc.
No way.
I gave JB Blanc his first voiceover.
Oh my God, he's so good.
He's great.
What a voice.
I know, such a talent.
It's just honey.
But not their first gig, but like very early Liam and Sam.
That's so wild.
Yeah. And I love working with kids. So like I grabbed a few of the Peanuts kids, like they came across. And,
Wow.
And like Megan Harvey, and it still works. And I don't know if Jessica Stone still works, but she was like, she was Marcy and Megan was Lucy. They changed kids all the times on Peanuts. They outgrow them. And it's like Lassies. They get a new Lassie dog every few years.
Yeah. It's like the Lassies. The kids would go off over the hill and die.
Yeah.
And then they would get a new one.
So like, again, industry cartoons were always both like emotionally, it was escapism, but also like I constantly was thinking about who was cast and what. And
yeah.
I couldn't get that out of my head, even as like a 10-year-old.
God, one of my favorite, outside of Recess, but I worked on one of the versions of Ben 10 called Alien Force. And I was...
Oh, Yuri.
Yes, Yuri Lowenthal, Greg Sipes, D. Bradley Baker.
As always.
Rob Paulson. Like the greats.
Oh, Rob.
And just sort of, that was like I want to say that was like my late teens, early 20s to mid 20s. But it was just, I learned so much from that whole group. Also, Dwayne McDuffie.
Yeah.
Ran the show, who was amazing.
Such a sweetheart.
Oh my God.
I didn't know that you knew Dwayne.
Yes.
Yeah, we are dropping some names.
Yeah, it was really
There we go.
Yeah.
Look at that beauty.
I just had the time of my life on that show. Like, I became such good friends with all of them, and Dee would have movie nights for all of us.
Oh,
and
he has taste.
he has taste.
He does.
And was actually the first person, because Greg and Yuri were talking about the movie Brazil, which... That was the first time I had watched it, and that is one of my top 10 favorite movies.
First time I went to your house, it was playing in the background.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I was like,
I
taste.
saw it, and Dee was like, I know what movie you're going to like. Now, knowing what you're into, we're going to curate an evening. So we would do these curated movie nights, and it was the best. I just felt like I learned so much, and I loved it. I love those people.
Yeah, the collection of cartoon people is always is just strange and delightful, and they stick around forever too, which is nice.
Yeah,
it's not
they
the
do.
circulation is. I still get to I'm trying to remember the name of the actor. I got to work with the actor who played Papa Smurf, and that wigged me out. That wigged me out. I was just like, this is more than I can handle.
God, that's so amazing. Did you have favorite cartoons? Like, what did you? Outside of anime and things like that, did you have cartoons where you were like, this is what I like to watch? You would wait for it to be on TV and...
Like, there was a weird chunk of the television and not like VHS tape stuff, because I was deep in the VHS tape stuff. But of like the weekly shows, Nickelodeon had a run of French, Japanese co-pro stuff, and the two that really stuck with me were... and Travis is a big fan of this first one, is the Mysterious Cities of Gold, which is amazing.
Cities of Gold.
The Mysterious Cities of Gold, which was I want to say South American, Japanese co-pro, or it might have been France. And it was...
Cities of Gold.
Yeah, it was this pseudo-historical, and I use that term so loosely, story
I would have loved this.
Of... like Spanish conquistadors coming into South America and like trying to like be shitty and take everything over, but then like a couple native kids and this other one like find a Aztec robot. I'm really butchering this right now.
It'd be amazing if it was like only just shots like this.
Oh yeah, I mean like the whole
just like
and they're trying to find this
shot zooming into something and it just keeps going.
Yeah, I mean it was just this like weird South American anime. Here we go. And like, I actually learned a little bit of, I know it's definitely, for the time it was downright like I learned so much about like native cultures, weirdly enough, despite the fact that it has clearly got its issues.
But that animation style
Yeah.
was so specific to that time.
It was, and
Eyes, the
bill, and then they found this giant. They were flying around in a giant golden bird for a while because they kept finding like ancient robots. It was great. And then they had these two
cool.
doofus Spaniards who were with them who were just greedy and fucking things up all the time. But like, there were like just little interesting tidbits about the cultures that shouldn't have even been there just because it was such a clusterfuck of history. But there were some things that really delighted me and that stuck around with me. Like there was a language that was all knots on ropes, and finding out that was a thing just blew my mind. I tried to learn it. I was really, for a while I knew how to do it, and it was crazy.
Oh my god!
And then Spartacus and the Sun Beneath the Sea, which was downright like Mobius level weird.
Never heard of these.
Spartacus,
which is not a surprise,
is an amazing French show. I actually had a big crush on the female main character. Like, that was we were talking about cartoon crushes, and I know like the Robin Hood, Maid Marian are usually like, but like it was. We were
talking about crushes on cartoon characters, and not even a split second went by before Will was like, "Oh, Gadget!"
Yeah, like
screamed it.
It's true.
Gadget from the Rescuers.
It's Taste.
I mean, she was so cute.
I mean, yeah, she's perfect. I'm not gonna pretend she isn't.
Who did you?
I mean, like,
I had a little thing for Aladdin, and I think that little vest just really like did a thing for me.
Oh, I get it. Aladdin was hot.
Aladdin was
okay. So
hot.
In the white hat, that's Arcana. I had a real thing for her. She was
what a cool outfit.
And she's bald under there. It's really cool.
Someone should cosplay. The character all the way on the left looks familiar to me. The little one.
Oh, the kid or the animal?
The kid.
Yeah, this show was like super popular and I want to say it had amazing music, and then they decided to replace the opening theme song at one point, and in a deep downgrade with a new version of it that was written and recorded by Menudo, I want to say.
Whoa.
Which was a boy band from the 80s, and honestly, downgrade.
Oh man,
I was a little upset.
Yeah.
But yeah, Aladdin was.
Yeah, look at him. Look at Aladdin.
I get it.
He was just, so full of life.
I have a
and just, walking around town and just having a good time.
Kind of shirtless,
Kind of just shirtless with a teeny little vest.
Yeah, no,
Woof.
And a good smile.
Yeah.
And there's somewhere I used to have like in my weird collection of things a test footage of him with longer hair. Where they gave strappier hair.
Yes, yeah. So many different versions.
Yeah, just a little longer, a little more hair, but wow, really? Like I mean, that's not keyframes only, guys. Keyframes
that is
only.
not a flattering photo of him. Okay?
Keyframes. We have rules. Everyone looks a little weird from certain angles, let's be fair.
Yeah.
We can all make that face.
His best angle.
But
man, I really weirdly I got into I loved all of the Disney movies growing up. I had all those on VHS and got rid of those years ago, which I'm so mad about.
Yeah, because they alter them.
And those they alter them.
They do.
Because they put so much shit in them.
There's weird
like
little
the
bits.
phalluses, the dicks on the cover of Little Mermaid. There's also like in Lion King, there's like the sand or something is supposed to like go up in the air and it's supposed to spell sex.
I don't, like some of these I don't know. Some of these are clearly urban legends and I know some of them are real. And
Yeah.
It's always that interesting, did it act? Because also animators are weird people.
Yeah,
They are weird people.
And also was it The Rescuers, where the woman was in the background with the...
There was a single frame.
Just a single frame.
Which you would never see.
Yes, see? We got a head, we got a shaft, we got a scrotum, and we got glistening.
Mine doesn't glisten. Should I see a doctor?
Yes, you should. Mine glistens. I don't know about you.
I should really have that looked
that's
at.
fully...
By a professional.
Come on, you guys.
No, that's there. I see it.
It's there. It's fully there. That's
there.
Fully there. They're having a good time.
They are.
And there was Ursula, the voice of Pat Carroll.
And Pat Carroll, who, yeah.
I really liked... I was into animated stuff, but I actually started watching it way later. Like I loved all the MTV animated series, like Beavis and Butthead, Aeon Flux. Oh, I loved that show. I loved the animation style. I love that it was just like this badass chick who was just rad.
Looked like speaking of Mobius style, like very European.
What is this?
That's Anne Flux.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. There you go.
Like, how cool is this?
Yeah, just looked like a human being was like the product of a human being and a spider.
And I remember like the music was really cool. The sound design was really cool.
It was also post they were trying to sell it. They were no longer trying to sell us stuff.
Yes.
So there was nothing to be bought, which I kind of liked.
I loved that. I loved that show. Yeah, Beavis and Butthead, of course. But I did like Gargoyles.
Gargoyles is great.
Batman the Animated Series is so beautiful. Shots of that, like...
Oh, it's stunning.
Oof.
I had 2 friends who got to do 2 dude voices for Batman, and I was so jealous. So I was always that I had a brief curse of man, although they were both very good in it. So.
I will say, what else did I want to... Doug was my favorite cartoon.
You were a Doug kid.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I was a Doug
this
kid.
This is just me feeling my age. I was a little too old for it.
I've seen every episode. I watched it. Yep.
Yeah.
And loved Doug. And I think maybe he had a little bit of a crush on Skeeter.
I've heard that before from people.
And their band, Killer Tofu. I really liked it.
Yeah, this was not quite my era.
Yeah, no, I get it. This was like probably right after, which I wonder if I watched it now, if it would hold up. But a
lot of the things I watched do not hold. I mean, like I will say the two I mentioned hold up pretty decent. I like poked my head in them, and other than being mildly problematic on occasion,
Ashley, do you remember? I think Doug used to be a Nickelodeon cartoon.
Yeah.
But then it moved to ABC, and I remember that being like a big deal.
Wait, I remember that.
Yeah, and the like animation changed, I think, a little bit. And I think they were maybe a little older, like they were in high school now, but that was a big deal when it happened.
I forgot about that. Where it was just like, whoa, someone else is taking the reins for Doug.
Doug the Next Generation.
So weird. Doug TNG.
Yeah. Doug TNG.
It's
like
the
Degrassi
best.
TNG.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Disney's Doug intro.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. I remember this. And it was kind of simple.
I was going to say, so what was, because this is a little beyond me, what was the appeal for you? I'm kind of like, what did it make you feel?
You know what I think the appeal was? I think it was, I was kind of, felt like maybe I was along the same age as all of them and Patty Mayonnaise. And I think because I don't know, this is me putting on my psychology hat.
No, it's what we're here for.
Since I didn't get to go to regular school, so maybe there was something with like watching what I thought was like, oh, these are normal kids getting to go to a regular school, and this must be normal school and normal kids, not weird ones.
I was going to say, I was curious if that was the case, because I was definitely having the, like, I don't even know if I would have had a real reference for this.
Yeah, no.
But
you know what's a cartoon that I'm sad about that I kind of miss the boat? Is SpongeBob.
I also missed the boat on that.
And I feel like people who love SpongeBob are like crazy about SpongeBob.
Yeah, and I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't get it, but like I can see the appeal, but I just am, again, I miss the boat.
I miss the boat too.
I was not there for it. I liked all the weird, but yeah, it was always the weird shit.
It was always the weird. Yeah, I liked the weird shit.
A kid video at one point when we were talking about.
Yes.
Like just non sequitur nonsense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like MTV era. Yeah, I love anything with a live action opening.
And then it goes into the animated.
And then it goes into the opening, and yeah, this is kids with a garage band who get teleported into an evil universe run by a evil corporate music producer that has stolen them and is trying to like drain their brains of talent, and they're helped by a little pixie fairy and leg warmers, and it's just.
Is this the portal where they jump into?
Yeah, that's the portal. They sing the opening theme song. There's actually there's several songs in this, and it's just
get it.
Like the Parker Lewis of it is or not Parker Lewis is a whole nother thing.
Oh my God, that
Ferris
piano.
Bueller of it is real deep.
The piano guitar strap.
Oh yeah, and then
Cool.
here's the animated. This is
Oh,
the clearly the
yes!
record producer. I'm taking you to the flip side, and then
I'm gonna make you a bunch of money.
and then they get stuck in a music crystal as a cartoon,
Oh no!
and then here comes Tinkerbell. I'm trying to remember the character's name, but like he's gonna.
Whoa! Look at this is like the Capitol Records.
Yeah,
This is
and
the-
there's fairy with leg warmers, and she sneezes them out of the crystals, and then their car turns into a spaceship, and they bug her out, and then the rest is adventure.
Look at their outfits. They look so cool.
I would totally
Kid
Halloween.
video?
I would Halloween costume this in a second, and no one would have
No one would
one
have
would
a
give
clue.
me candy. Not a single person. I'm just saying I haven't done it, but I know no one would give me a piece of candy. That shit would not happen.
Well, I would.
Thank you.
Speaking of, do you know what goes so well with watching Saturday morning cartoons or anytime cartoons?
No.
Cereal.
Oh. Yes, that's true. Cereal
See
does
that
go well.
little tee up? So we had something really fun planned because
yeah.
both of us, well, I do. Cereal is like one of my favorite food groups.
I don't eat it anymore, but it
I don't really
definitely
eat it
had
anymore either,
It had a visceral.
But sometimes I'll have Magic Spoon, which is like the adult cereal.
I've been
That's like
hearing about this.
healthy and has protein in it.
I will
whatever.
try it.
It's
I will
pretty
try it.
good. It's pretty good.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna hit
This
it.
is not an ad. I'm just saying. But cereal, I love cereal.
I
I
do
would
too.
eat cereal for every meal if my body wouldn't reject it.
I wonder if I'm okay. This is all right. I'm down. I'm
So,
down. I'm ready. I've been
Max, Will, everybody, KO has really made something special for us. We're doing a flight of cereal.
Okay.
But we're going to be blindfolded and we're going to try to guess and see how well we know our cereals.
Okay. Are we going one at a time, or are we going tandem? What's the
We
plan?
can go one at a time. Do you want to go first, or do you want to?
We're gonna do Ashley. You're gonna do.
You
the
want me to go
first. Yeah,
first?
You
we're
go
gonna have-
first.
So
All
let's
right,
go ahead
KO.
and fly in the.
You go
Bring it
first.
in.
And then we'll get your blindfold on, and then Talison's gonna kind of be our
Wait, come say hi.
host
KO.
for this bit.
This is Parker.
Say hi.
The boys. The boys.
I love the Mononoke hoodie. We got to get into
All right.
what Ghibli you like, but that's another episode.
I'm still
I got
working
some
my way through.
recommendations.
There's only 3 that I've watched.
I got some recommendations. So
Okay.
I've got some favorites.
So
yeah.
I am going to. This is the first one.
There's
All right.
numbers, yeah. So let's do this. I can pour if you like, and then
Yeah.
I can let you. Yeah, here we go.
Does this work?
Yeah, it works. This is hilarious.
And content warning for anybody that doesn't like chewing.
Oh,
or
yeah.
It's gonna-
food
it may
eating.
get
There's gonna be
chewy.
A
Not-
lot
I'm gonna-
of that going on here.
I will try to not do it on the mic, but maybe that's something you're into.
I don't. Yeah,
Some people like.
maybe we'll mix it up a
We
bit.
don't kink shame here.
No, never.
All right. Okay,
Are you prepared?
I'm prepared.
Do you have any allergies we should worry about?
No,
A little late, I suppose. All right,
Okay.
so
I probably should have.
all right,
picked up my fork.
I'll give you a spoon in
Okay.
1 second. If you had a fork, this would go not nearly as well.
Can I get a foon instead?
Ah, God, or a spork. Who doesn't love a spork? So,
Okay.
here you go.
Okay.
And no,
Okay.
I will. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
So you can pick up the cup.
All right,
if you
I'm gonna
want,
pick
if
up
you
the
wanna
cup.
make
Is
it a
there
little
milk in
easier.
there?
There is milk. I have
Okay.
set this together.
I don't know why
So,
I'm nervous.
Just give me just like before you guess, just give us some thoughts.
I feel like from the smell,
Yeah.
it smells like Fruity Pebbles.
Interesting. All right.
But let me see.
Does it?
That's Fruity Pebbles.
It's Fruity Pebbles. That went so quick. You are correct. It is Fruity Pebbles.
Yes.
That is I had it written
told
on
you.
the card and I didn't even look.
I'm gonna murder at this game, you guys, and I'm just gonna have like one more bite.
Stop bogering
Okay.
this shit. Okay, I'm gonna move that over here.
I say that, and the next.
It has a
one's
great
okay.
color to it. Also, I will say
The Fruity Pebbles, I have to have it.
in the milk too.
Yeah.
It's really delightful.
That's
okay.
got some red 40 in there, and I have to go easy on. it.
Yeah, no, because otherwise.
But I love Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah, otherwise you'll have a Star Wars.
Yeah.
All right, this one's a little trickier.
Okay.
I'm putting it in front of you. Is that?
Okay. I don't know if I smell.
No. Clearly, it's not. It's not hitting the palate yet.
It's not hitting the palate yet.
This is already more entertaining.
Like
than I-
actually hard to get on with a spoon.
Yeah. This one's fighting you.
Oh.
Give us.
That's Kix.
Is that Kix?
Yeah, that's Kix.
What teed you off? What was it that like
The
put
shape, the spherical shape.
Yep, you can like the ball bearing.
Whatever the little extra spice that they put in for Kix.
It's got like a little
Is it
extra
Kix?
spice. It is Kix. You are correct. You're worrying me.
This is sad that I'm gonna have one more.
No,
bite.
have one more bite. You've earned it.
Thank you very much. Okay.
I'm gonna.
I mean, the thing is,
I'm gonna
though,
do so badly.
I bet you everybody here would actually be pretty good at this.
I mean, if you work here, there's a certain
you-
amount of arrested development that comes with the territory.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm pouring. It'll be 1 second. This one is actually one that I quite like.
Okay.
All right, and the bowl has been placed in front of you.
Okay.
The nose palette.
I feel like might be chocolate cocoa pebbles.
Interesting.
Let me see. Maybe not. It's chocolate of some sort.
There is a
those
chocolate.
I wasn't into chocolate cereals as much. So this
Interesting.
one actually might throw me. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, we finally have an. Oh, wait a minute. I've been waiting for that. It certainly sounds different than the other ones. What do you taste? What do you taste? Describe.
I feel like these are the chocolate cookie ones.
Do they have a name?
The not Count Chocula, right?
No, because Count Chocula did not eat cookies. Count Chocula is a.
Oh my God, I know what these are called. And I didn't have these a lot.
What like give me some adjectives.
Okay. Cookie crisp?
You are correct. It's
Yes!
Cookie Crisp.
Let me look at it.
Yeah, enjoy.
Oh,
It is-
wow.
it is-
I actually never had these as a kid.
You never had Cookie Crisp?
No. Because I don't know why.
Cookie Crisp was one of the ones
Those
that I
are
was
pretty damn good.
pretty damn good.
Those are pretty
They're
damn
tiny cookies.
They're tiny
and they
cookies.
taste like tiny cookies that you then drown in milk and
Ugh. I love this game.
Chocula. I'm embarrassed. For
I'm
myself.
really sorry.
Count
I smelled chocolate. I wasn't too off.
Man.
All right, number 4.
The count is the count has feelings.
I'm really sorry.
Oh, there. Yeah.
But I was partial to Fruity Pebble.
No, there's a bit of milk in this one. I do apologize.
That's okay.
So just be prepared for more milk than you would think.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, so that's a face. You are now. I feel like if I
doesn't
could
smell
see
familiar to
your
me,
your
that's
eyes,
why.
you would be very confused. Like there's a lot of confusion in your sniffing,
Okay, wait.
and it's hard to get on a spoon.
It is hard to get.
is-
This
it is fighting you.
So weird. Did I just spill this everywhere? Probably.
No, you've
It's okay.
spilled 2. And I love that you giggled and didn't spill milk everywhere. There was a lot. I put a lot of milk in that. So what are you tasting? What give us some vibes? I'm gonna be
Okay.
so bad at this.
Wow. Mm-hmm. I really built myself up, and I'm really.
I would also be a little careful with how you gesticulate with the spoon
Okay.
because there's definitely milk going some places.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I have no idea what this is.
This would be a tough one. Like what are you
Trying
experiencing?
to describe what this taste is.
It's hard because everything is so chemical.
Yeah, it's like it's very fake tastes. It's like the strawberry shortcake.
Sure.
Where it's like, and I'm trying to decipher it from the shape, and I can't. So I better have another bite of it.
Better have another
Sure.
bite. There's also 2 shapes. I'm going to give you that, which
can
is
tell.
throwing you. Is that there's the cubes, or not cubes, but the weird little bundles of hay, and
Yeah,
then
there's like-
little circles.
There's circles, and then there's another shape.
I can read you off the card if you
Okay,
like.
read me off a card.
So
Or can you give me a clue?
I can say it's not Captain Crunch. That doesn't help, does it?
I mean, it narrows it down.
By 1.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, this was a tricky one, to be fair.
Okay.
This is Berry Colossal Crunch. Did I say that right?
Oh!
Yeah,
I have had this before.
I haven't.
But it's like, okay. Was this Cap'n Crunch and Crunch Berries?
I don't know.
It's the knockoff. That's what threw me off.
There was a knockoff. I'm so excited. Trick question. Yeah, it's a trick.
That was you tricksters.
This is apparently an attempt to stump your cereal.
And it did.
Yeah.
Because if you would have given me the non-knockoff Crunch Berries Cap'n Crunch with crunch berries. Mm-hmm. I would have had 4 for 4.
I believe you.
But respect,
Okay.
mad respect for throwing in a curveball,
A wild card, a curveball.
a wild card.
I love these blindfolds, by the way.
I do too.
These
are great.
They feel well thought out. I like that you're a lemon too.
I know.
Puts
Wouldn't have got a lemon.
it puts
All right.
the U2 song in my head. There we are.
I'm very excited to see what yours could possibly be.
So
I don't know what yours are, but I'm going to look right now because I have
I'm gonna make it so I got to make sure that this.
the card here. Ooh. All right. You have some good
All right.
ones.
I'm gonna
You have some good ones on the list.
have to
All
set
right.
it down here
So
I can. Yeah.
yeah, we'll set it down there. And
I will wait for a spoon and then I
Yeah.
will find my way to a bowl.
it's almost here. Okay. This is for the last. Okay, got it. All right. We are
I'm very excited.
almost ready. It's coming around the corner.
No, that's
Thank you
okay.
all so much for being patient. We have another 4 choices for you. Give you a preview. I was shaking it at the screen.
Okay, because it did
And
nothing.
shaking
for
it
me.
in the mic.
Okay.
That's what's written on the paper. Okay.
This is okay.
Say hi, Max.
Hi, Max.
All right. So, I'm moving this right here.
Yeah. I'm just trying to make sure that this doesn't fall down.
All right. I'm
There
going
we
to
go.
pour in the milk.
Okay, and there's a spoon
Okay.
somewhere, I assume.
Here's your spoon. You want it in your left or your right?
Right. Yeah. Right's good.
Okay. And what if I just spilled this in your lap?
That'd be hilarious.
I won't. Okay. Here's your bowl.
Okay, there we are.
All right.
Okay. This is simple. This is very, very simple. It's got like I want to say it has like a rice cereal smell to it.
Okay. Great.
It's all right. It doesn't feel hard to get on the spoon.
No.
Oh, I know what this is because I think this is my favorite. It's definitely it's mostly a bran cereal, but then it's got a little bit of a powdery kick on occasion.
Yes, it does. It does.
So this must be Lucky Charms. because
Yes.
They called them marshmallows, but they really weren't. It was just some sort of
No.
weird encasing. I have to have another bite. This is
God,
terrible.
Lucky Charms is so good. Love Lucky Charms.
I used to just pull out the marshmallows and eat them by themselves and then
Yeah, of
eat
course.
the other parts of it slowly because I didn't like it as much.
I remember
Oh, God.
for people were putting out, or not people, or somebody, I guess they did. Here's your
Oh,
spoon.
thank you. I should hold on to that.
They put out just the marshmallows.
Yes.
And I was like, but the best part is you gotta sift through it all.
Yeah, you gotta
You gotta
go
go through the hard parts of life to get to the sweet parts. That's
you
what
gotta
Lucky
pan for the
Charms.
gold.
I'm passing you this like you can
Oh.
see. Sorry.
Okay,
I was
no,
like,
it's okay.
take it. God. Oh, you can't see.
I'm trying. Oh, this one's tricky. This was
This is one.
it's not peanut butter.
Was one of my favorites.
It's got a cinnamon kick.
Great.
And I mean, also I love cinnamon, so that's always
Yeah.
that hits my palate very quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, see, this one's great because it's the flat, slightly concave. It's like eating a bowl of bowls. It's definitely it's that light. This must be cinnamon toast crunch.
Yeah.
Because it's also I just realized that that they're flat like this because they're shaped like toast.
Yes.
It hadn't occurred to me that now I have to be blind.
Well, do you remember they also put out another one where they were little toasts?
I do not remember that. They really did?
They did. And
made-
I don't know if it was cinnamon toast crunch, but I think it was like French toast crunch.
I think that's what it is.
French
It's
toast
cinnamon
crunch?
French toast crunch. That sounds not as good, but I believe
No.
it.
It was I didn't like it as much as cinnamon toast crunch. I was like, let's not break what's not broken, whatever that saying is.
Yeah.
All right, here's your next bowl.
Okay, thank you. This is always fun for someone with a tremor. Let me tell you, I love it.
I was gonna have you feed me, but we were like,
I was like,
that might-
that would have been really, yeah.
it's okay.
Oh, this is a weird one.
Yeah, I feel like this one would be
This one's
hard.
weird. Yeah, this one is like there's no sweetness hitting the palate.
okay.
It's very. I don't want to say bland. That's not what it is. But it's very dry.
Yeah, it is.
The taste has a touch of honey.
It does. Good job.
The shape. It's a classic O shape. This has to be Cheerios.
Yeah,
This
it
is
is,
Cheerios?
baby.
Standard Cheerios. Okay.
It's not standard.
Oh, it's not the honey nut.
It is honey nut.
It's honey nut. Okay.
Is honey nut standard?
No,
Honey
it
nut
isn't.
is the extra. It's a little bit different.
It's the honey nut Cheerios. Where yeah. All right. God, how am I doing? This has been years since I've had any of this.
Okay. So now
Okay.
we're gonna have your fourth and final,
Fourth and final. I'm feeling it.
and this is gonna be
Weirdly, I'm finding this
delicious.
blindfold very comforting. I'm
I
not
found
sure
it
why.
very comforting as well.
But
Do you still have your spoon in
I
hand?
do. I have my spoon. I could live here.
Here's your bowl.
All right. Thank you. That's
All right. What do you sniff? What do you smell?
this one's interesting. I can't. It's.
You hear anything?
Yeah, it is. It does make noise. It's got an odd. It is screaming.
Good
It
call.
screams. It does scream. It's got an odd. Okay, the smell is odd. Let's find out what's up. Okay, this is a double whammy, isn't it?
It's a double whammy. They're throwing a curveball here at the end.
So I can already tell you. First of all, this is an orange juice. I'm assuming.
No, it's not orange juice.
Is it not?
No.
It's not chocolate milk.
No. Is there another?
Is this like strawberry quick?
It is strawberry milk.
Okay. But this is also strawberry crispies. This is strawberry crispies 2.0, I think.
It is.
Oh my God.
It is.
The non-red dye one that was a little inferior in my opinion.
Yes. So now you have the strawberry milk. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And what are you eating? What's the cereal?
It's the strawberry crispies. I don't know. Or it's just Rice Krispies.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, it's
Rice
strawberry
Krispies.
crispies.
You got it.
Yeah.
You got it. You got it.
I gotta
I'm
look.
gonna smell this.
Oh, it's standard Rice Krispies.
Oh, that smells weird.
The strawberry milk was throwing me off. It was very clever.
Wait, can I try it?
Yeah, it's
strawberry milk.
It's
with the Rice
still not the
Krispies?
strawberry crispies though. It's just like hits you like a wall. For a moment, I thought you'd done the orange juice and just a tap because I used to put
Actually,
orange
that's not that
juice
bad.
in my cereal.
That is. What is the matter with you?
I mean, that's a. I have a
Listen.
long list of prescriptions that would help define that.
Orange juice with cereal. What
Yeah.
would the cereal be?
My favorite one for that, ironically, would have been Rice Krispies.
Wait,
But
do we
like
have-
anything
can we
that
try
didn't
it?
have too
We
strong
do have some
a,
orange juice here. We'll pour out
Can
a
we
bowl.
try a little bowl?
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
have
like
some
like
orange juice,
anything
Ashley.
that wouldn't fight it too hard.
Let's
I
get
don't
the-
remember how this came about.
Were you just like, I'm out of milk. I don't have. I'm just gonna use orange juice.
Well, it was that plus at my grandparents' house, which was where I ate most of my cereal, because they were not morning people. Well, they were morning people, but not deal with the child morning people.
Yeah, it was like you feed yourself when you get up in the morning.
Yeah, so that we would have those like 12 packs of like 12 different cereals, just individual small boxes,
Oh,
the
yeah.
samplers, the best stuff. And it would be a mix of out of milk and also there was just like all the sugary stuff was gone and I was feeling guilty for just having a giant pile of cereals I refused to eat. And one day I wonder and
We tried it.
I tried it and I enjoyed it. I have no idea if it's actually good or if this is just some
We're gonna
weird
find
child
out.
nostalgia bullshit.
Thank you.
But this might be amazing or it might be me apologizing.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right.
Thanks, Max.
All right, here we go. I'll start since this is my fault.
I kind of feel like this is gonna be good, actually.
Yep, that's what I remember.
Okay, wait.
It's gonna be tangy. See what I mean? Take a second. That's the stuff.
It's not bad because I like orange juice and Rice Krispies.
It's crispy. It's crispy orange juice.
Well, let me
Try it
have
now.
another
Try it
bite.
now. Give it another bite. Now that you know what to expect. Now it's not the shock.
It's weird.
I love the face you're making. It is so worthwhile.
It's not breakfasty.
It's
which
not
is weird.
breakfasty at all. No.
I don't hate it. Like, I keep wanting to take more bites of it.
Yeah, right. But it's not breakfast. It's not what you expect at all.
It's not what you expect. That's not how I expected that to taste.
No, and that never goes away.
I gotta clean my palate though with
It's
some Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms.
What's your favorite cereal? We're gonna let's land on that since we're already at an hour here.
We are at an hour. Of my youth, it would have been Lucky Charms. Now, I don't eat a lot of cereal. It doesn't come up anymore. And I'm not going to say an adult cereal like Grape Nuts or any of that nonsense.
Ugh,
it's not real cereal. That's breakfast food at that point.
No.
Yeah, I'm aware of what I'm eating when I eat that. Like sugary wise, other than that, I will admit I love a chocolate and I love a Boo Berry on occasion if I can get a Boo Berry. Yeah, that's the dumb goth kid in me. Can't help it.
Gotta do it.
A sucker for marketing. You?
I love Lucky Charms.
Yes.
I love Trix. When they used to be shaped like fruit, not the little spheres.
No, that's
make now.
lazy.
I like O's.
I don't know.
Which is
O's.
a little bit of a weird offshoot, but kind of ruins your mouth, the roof of your mouth, because it hurts.
Good to know.
And Corn Pops. I really like Corn Pops, but I've kind of started liking Corn Pops a little later in life.
That feels like a grown up cereal or getting towards it.
Yeah, I gotta have my Pops.
It's a tween cereal.
It's a tween cereal, which is when I started it, because I was like, none of this kid colors anymore.
Adult yellow. That's my my cereal's adult yellow, as it should be.
Well, how do we feel? This was fun revisiting a Saturday morning with you.
Thank you. This was very nice. It's reminded me that I should go back and watch a couple of these cartoons and
me too.
See if they still, other than like a few that I've already done.
Maybe watch some cartoons. Maybe watch it in a different way. Have a drink.
Ooh.
Have a little smoke with a ganja. Sit down.
I cannot
watch a cartoon like an adult.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying. You can still have fun.
I'll watch Drew Barrymore watching cartoons, at least for half an hour. That could be fun.
I would watch Drew Barrymore do anything.
That's fair.
But absolutely.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, I'm down. All right.
Anyway.
This has been Saturday morning. I'm going to have a stomach ache.
Me too.
It's been a pleasure.
I'm going to be shitting my pants all night.
All night.
Just kidding. I'll be fine.
Have a comfortable night, everybody.
We love you.
Thanks for joining us.
Bye, pals. Cheers.
Hi there, Weird Kids.
Hey.
I don't know if you've heard, but we will have new Beacon.tv exclusive Weird Kid episodes for Beacon's Birthday Bash starting on May 5th and releasing each Tuesday thereafter.
Ooh. And of course, we will still be releasing each of our Weird Kids episodes from 2025
wow.
every Tuesday. And that'll be on our Weird Kids YouTube channel and on podcasting platforms.
It's not 2025 anymore?
Shoot. Damn.